Hi everybody, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas, and today we are going to be making another Christmas card with the Stars at Night bundle. And we are making a very simple color scheme card. It's a white on white card with a little bit of silver glimmer and using black ink. So this is something you may have just hanging around your house, except for the silver glimmer. That may be something you need to get. But white paper and black ink. So let's get started creating. Okay. We have a piece of basic white 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut in half horizontally to make a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of paper. And then when you fold it, you have 5.5 by 4.25. We'll set that aside for now. And then I also have scraps of basic white, as well as adhesive back silver glimmer paper that we'll be using. And I have a sheet of basic white cut 4 by 5.25 that we will be putting on the front of this card. And we're going to emboss it, so I think that's the first thing we'll start with. Get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine up here, and we'll get this all set up. I'm using the bigger one today because we are using a embossing folder, which is larger, wider than the 3.5 inches that can go in the mini cut and emboss machine. So to set it up for embossing, we put in the base plate and then we get the embossing folder and the paper that we will be embossing. And we are making a horizontal card, so we want to make sure that we have our stars lined up the way we will want them on our horizontal card. And then we put the embossing plate on the top and send this through. Right, and there is our embossed card layer. Now, while I have the machine out, we will go ahead and do our die cutting as well. And for this, you will want to put the base plate and then the die cut plate and one cutting plate. And then we get ready to layer what paper and dies we are planning to use. So I'm going to want both the white and the silver cutting some stars. Let me see I want to do this. We're actually going to send them through twice. Because we want to, I hope this is wide enough. We'll do that. And that one. And this one. I'm not sure at this moment which all ones we're going to use, but we might as well cut a bunch out and then we can play. And then we put the other cutting plate on. And send this through. I'm going to remove these dies because we'll be using them with the silver in a moment. And moving these cutout stars them over there. Grab my take your pick tool so I can poke out some of these stars that have not come out of their dies. Okay, that looks like that is about it. So now we get the silver glimmer paper ready to go. And we start putting all of the silver images, or all the same dies on here to cut out silver images. And I may want to add a few more little ones just because. Tiny ones. And a couple of these. All right. And now we put on the cutting plate, which fell on the ground. Let me get that. Oh, and there's another die down there as well. I think. Maybe not. I'll look at it later. And then we send this through. And we're going to have a bunch of silver die cut stars as well. gonna go ahead and put away my dies as I take all the pieces out of them so that I don't lose any more than I already have. Gonna take your pick tool and get these out of those dies here in a minute. Okay, and now I put all of these away, and then we're going to play and put our card together. All right, put all my silver ones on my mat. And pull these over and see what we're ready to do. Okay. I think I'm gonna want to create one with the big silver star as the base. And maybe just do that and stamp directly on the white star. So Merry Christmas is what we're going to stamp on there. I hope it fits. No, not really. And I didn't stamp it on here before I embossed, so I'm going to grab my scrap and just stamp directly onto this, and then we will cut it and figure out where we want it in a little bit. Okay. I'll try that again. Try not to rock it. I'd like it a little bit darker than that. That's a little bit darker. Let me try one more time and see. There we go. That worked out. And then I'm going to pull up my trimmer and actually, yeah, because I don't have my paper cutting scissors in here right now. That's what happens when you're trying to do everything all at once. Things get left in the wrong place sometimes. Oh, that was not good. I just cut off the S of Christmas. So let's try it again. Actually, I'm going to cut this one out with my scissors. So I will go get them here in a little bit and do that. Okay. Now, for the front of this card and for all of the silver stars we created, there's a big star right there already, and I don't want it to lose its significance. So maybe that's where I'll put the Merry Christmas, and I won't use either of the big stars for this front of this card. We'll see. There's that. And then if I put that on there, and that, if I use the thinner one, I won't lose as much of this glittery star. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Put some glue on the back of this white one. And glue it onto the silver one. And then I want to put a small silver thing right in the center. Probably maybe this one. Yeah. And so I'm going to take off the backing. And put that right there. And then I'm going to take the backing off of the large silver one. And put it right there. Now, to add some more excitement to this card, let me think. I am not using every single star I cut out, by the way. I'm just not. I'm trying to use the ones that are not quite the same shape as the ones already embossed on the front. So we're going to use that, and I don't have any smaller white ones, so that is what we're going to do. I think I'm going to set it right there. Now, let me figure out what I'm doing with my sentiment. I'm going to cut around the sentiment itself. It's much easier to do that if you're turning the paper instead of the scissors. And I'm going to want to pop that up right there in the center on that star. Grab my dimensionals. I feel like it needs a little something to separate it. That's too small. Maybe this one. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Peel off the back. And then place the sentiment. All right, now I'm just gonna put my tiny silver stars around. Peel the backing off. And just pop them on here. Not sure where they all went. That's okay. There's one, there's one. That may be all I've got. Except for these. So, I will just put these on there. Put that one over the white that's shaped pretty much like it. Okay, now we're done with the front of the card, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue it in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the inside of the card. And we determined last week that the celebrating the magic of the season sentiment is too long for the front of a vertical card, and it's too long for a size D block. So it needs to be on a size E block, and we're going to put it on the inside of our horizontal card. Oh, I'll have to write that C with a pen or something, a marker, so that it says celebrating the magic of the season. And I'm going to go ahead and put that one silver star on the inside of our card as well. So there it is. I will fix the inside of that so it says celebrating the magic of the season. But here is the front of our Christmas card using the Stars at Night stamp set. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll have another recording here next Thursday at 2 o'clock. Bye.